Ladies and gentlemen, guys and girls, my name is Reavyne and welcome back to my channel. Now last night there was another Warriors Den live stream and this one was a big one because it is the launch date for the brand new hero Jormungundr. I've been trying to practice how to say that and hopefully I haven't butchered it for all my Nordic friends out there. But this guy has launched, we had a Q&A in the Warriors Den, we had a whole bunch of news, we got some testing ground news. And yeah, there is a lot to talk about here. So first of all, we're going to go through the details and the news, and then we're going to move on to the Q&A, and that way it's nice and uniform. So up first is the content of the week, and this will be playing in the background. It is basically a pointing emote. So it's when you're fighting someone, you lock on, you point at them. They're okay. It's not 7,000 still worthy. They're like maybe 1,000 still worthy. But yeah, if you want to point at someone, there's emotes for that now. Feel free to pick that up. Not really blowing my dick off here, but at least we're getting something, so I'm not going to complain. Next up is a special Slayers challenge. Be the faction with the most takedowns performed in the event playlist to win. And this thing's going from the 1st of August until the 8th of August, so you got some time to smash this thing out. And of course, that is followed by the arcade quest, the Jormungundr's March. It's basically the weekly arcade quest that happens every week. It's going from the 1st of August to the 8th of August, and you need to own Marching Fire in order to access the arcade mode in order to play this thing. And to go along with that is Store's Stronghold. Play the new Breach map, Store's Stronghold, in the event playlist from the 1st of August to the 8th of August. Basically, it goes along with the other thing. Jump in, smash it out, get some rewards. Next piece of news is the fact that Larry, the Warden, which has just popped out of nowhere. I didn't know about this thing. I don't know when this whole Larry thing came into play, when people started talking about it, but I've been covering this game since beta, and it looks like this motherfucker just popped out of nowhere with a name. He's always been there, but now he has a name. But Larry, the Warden, basically, I'm just going to call him Larry the Execution Bitch, because that's what he is. He's back, apparently, so he's going to be in the game now, and you're going to get to execute him all over again whenever you try out executions. Sweet. Then we got some testing ground news. Now this thing's going to be great. On the 29th, the testing ground shall open, so 29th of August. And the three big ones that are going to be tested in this thing is Centurion, Gladiator, and Warlord. And there is a Q&A question later on, which I'll go over. But yeah, the Centurion one is going to be big. They've completely fucking upsold and upplayed this thing. So if it is a small change or not a big change, there's going to be a fucking riot. Because they've pushed this thing, as Centurion's getting a massive rework, so he's going to, go back to his glory days. So I'm interested to see what happens there. 29th, we get to test it out. And the testing grounds will be available on all platforms, so everyone gets to test it out, so don't stress. And now let's get into the Q&A, shall we? So the first question was, are they planning on rolling out 33 MS type changes? So basically with the new Orochi, they changed all his timings for some of his moves. Instead of 500 MS, it's 466 MS, so it's a change of 33 MS. So essentially how fast the move comes out. Now they used to do it in lots of 100, now it's in 33. And the answer was they're basically looking to make all the moves in increments of 33 MS because it gives them more flexibility and it, is better from a system design standpoint. So yes, they're looking to roll this change out to more heroes because they're just testing it out right now with Orochi and a few other characters. Next question was about Centurion, Glad, and Warlord. It basically was what changes are we looking at here? And the answer was Warlord will be getting a small change. I said all this a few Warriors Dens back, but I'm saying it again. Warlord will be getting a small change, Gladiator will be getting a medium change, and they said that Centurion will be getting a big change. And Stefan even added onto there, Centurion players will love being able to just beat the shit out of people all over again like we did back in the day. So that, once again, it's going to be a big change. They're hyping it up. 29th, we'll get to test this thing out, and yeah, I'm expecting a lot here. Next question was, when can we expect some new armor sets for all the heroes? And essentially, this will come up a lot, okay? They said soon, the good old-fashioned soon trademark. Yeah, they're planning on releasing more armor sets for people, but they have no time frame on when they're actually going to be releasing those armor sets, so we're just going to have to wait and see. But yes, they're working on them. Then they have no time frame. We've known this for a very long time now. Next question was based around, is it possible for Hulda to win a game, a 1v1 or something without focusing on the slam? So essentially her gameplay style is you get him out of stamina, you knock him to the ground like Centurion, and then you basically do this massive slam, hit him in the balls, and, break their future. But is it viable to play without focusing on the slam? And essentially, he said the plan is to play around the slam, just like it is, the plan with Shaman is to play around the biting, bleed them, bite them, that sort of stuff. And obviously, if you slam them, you have a way better chance of winning. So obviously, go for that play style. That's how the Jormungundr is supposed to play. But he said you don't really need to do it in terms of the lights have different properties, the heavies have different properties. He's got hyper armor, got some unblockable. So there's other ways of actually playing him and getting decent damage damage down without getting the slam. The slam's like this big bonus thing that you should be pushing towards, but you don't really have to if you don't want to. Next question was about will the 6 year 1 heroes be getting brand new armor, so the DLC guys? And essentially the answer was soon. Again, they have no time frame on anything. Stock standard. Next question is something we've been talking about for a long time now in terms of like, you know, back and forth between us and the developers. And it was, what is planned for the minions, you know, the manions getting their skins changed, their like look. And essentially they said they've been working on new skins for a while now. They have no time frame once again on when they're going to be launched. Go figure. But they are basically going for more of a traditional look. So I'm interested to see what that's going to look like. But at the same time, yeah, who knows when we're actually going to get this thing. Next question was a really interesting one, and one that I was very curious to hear about. And it was, currently feints are reactable, and do they plan on making feints less obvious so they work better, like getting rid of the smoke effect and stuff? And the answer was they're experimenting on making them less noticeable right now, because they do agree that they need to be less noticeable. Because right now when someone feints, it's like this big blue streak and this smoke. And it's like, yeah, they just fainted, right? So you know what's going on. It's not really this, like, you know, sort of when you feint something, right? It's supposed to be this quick, deceiving little move. It's pretty telecast right now, so you know exactly what's happening. So they're currently working on, you know, experimenting on changing it, but they have no time frame once again on when they're going to be changing it. So it's going to be interesting to see when they finally do roll around to implementing some sort of change like this, because if they can make feints a lot sneakier, it's going to change the game up completely. Next question was about Nabushi's guard break vulnerability nerf, and this was basically along the lines of, are they going to nerf other option select type moves, like, you know, Conqueror when he sits there and winds up his heavy. And Stefan said they hate the fact that option select moves like that make the character so goddamn safe. When Conqueror is basically spinning around his heavy and he's charging it up, there's not much you can really do apart from try and attack him, because if you try and guard break him or do anything like that, he just throws the heavy out, counters you and smacks you in the face. If you just don't do anything, he gets to charge it up fully, and there's, you know, the mind games and stuff there. But they don't like the fact that it makes them so safe. So they are looking to nerf option select moves across all the heroes. They did it with Nabushi, and now they're trying to monitor it, see how it goes, and then do it to other characters as well, because they're not really fond of it. Next question was, are there plans to release all the force paint patterns that they have on certain characters, especially all the older heroes, because the new heroes, they don't have force paint patterns as much as they do the older heroes. And they said right now they're focusing more on the cloth changes, like, you know, the cloth changes and like colors and that sort of stuff, not so much this. They're doing this with the brand new heroes, but not the old heroes. But they are, you know, aware of it, and they do want to try it later on, but they're going on again about, you know, you won't know who you're fighting, and, you know, team color coordination, that sort of thing. Us as the players, we don't give a fuck. We just want to look cool. We just want to use the awesome paint patterns, and we don't want to just have limited paint patterns, red, blue, all that sort of stuff, right? We don't really care. We just want to be cool, look cool, and smash stuff. And there is essentially enough stuff in game to tell who's on what team for the most part. And if you make a mistake here and there, oh well, it's not going to ruin your day. But once again, it's not a focus for them, but they do have that in mind. Next question was a big one, and it was, are they looking at nerfing the amount of damage you can get off a light parry punish? Seeing as characters like Lawbringer get like 50 damage off a light parry punish. And they said they are looking to fix the amount of damage you get off a parry punish, depending on, like, you know, light to heavy, that sort of stuff. But it really depends on the hero, because with Lawbringer, they said that they like the fact that he gets that much damage because he's supposed to be this counter-attacking type dude. But at the same time, other heroes, you know, are getting just completely screwed over in terms of how much damage they're getting compared to Lawbringer. So they said maybe 50 damage is too much. They're monitoring it. They're going to have a, like, you know, look at it and see how it's going. But yeah, it's something that they're aware of, and they're testing like everything else. Second last question was, are they going to nerf Hitakiri's hyper armor activation so that way, you know, your Hitakiris aren't so defensive? Because right now with hyper armor, you just wait for the person to attack, you wait for it to get past the point where they can feint it, you throw out a heavy attack, you're going to trade with them, and you're going to out damage them over a period of time. That's usually what you do with Hitakiri, but you have to be really defensive to do that, because of course you're waiting for them to attack. Now they said they put the Jormungundr's hyper armor at 400 ms, and Hitakiri's is at 300 ms in terms of when it activates when you throw a swing out. Once again, they said they're monitoring this and they're gonna have a look, but they are aware of it, and they might nerf Hitakiri's to 400 depending on how the Jormungundr goes. And last question was about the Orochi, and it was, will they give Orochi an opener to help him actually fight in 1v1s, because he's supposed to be this 1v1 specialist that they keep saying, but at the same time he has no opener, so he can't really do shit in 1v1s. And they essentially said, like the Peacekeeper, they're slowly looking to fix him step by step. They don't want to, like, you know, jump and just make this big change and then have it completely overshoot and just fuck everything up. They want to slowly push him up there, but it's going to take time, and they're just, you know, taking it slow with Orochi and Peacekeeper because they don't want to repeat some of the past mistakes. But in terms of the Q&A, that was it. There was a lot of soon TM, you know, it's all coming soon, guys. Don't worry about it. We're monitoring this, we're monitoring that, and everything's coming soon. So we have at least some information that they're working and looking at these things, but we have no real information in terms of anything major, like when we're going to get this stuff and so on and so forth. But with that said, the Jormungundr hero has launched today, August 1st, so he will be out, but only if you have the season pass. Okay, if you don't have the season pass, then you have to wait 1 week from now, so next Thursday, and then you'll be able to pick him up for 15,000 steel. But yeah, if you have the season pass after the maintenance ends pretty much in a few hours, you can jump on and play him and you're good to go. And I honestly cannot wait to jump in and get my hands on this guy and smash some stuff out. And the male version looks so much cooler than the female version. The female version just looks like a shaman with a hammer, but the male version looks pretty dope. Not what I wanted, but I cannot wait to jump in and test this guy out once the maintenance ends. But that is the end of the video, guys, so thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and let me know your thoughts. I love reading and replying to all your comments down below. And feel free to check out my Discord and Twitter. There is a link down below in the description box for both of those as well. The Discord is a great way for me to talk to you guys outside the YouTube comments section. And of course, the Twitter is a great way for you guys to get a notification whenever a video is being uploaded, because YouTube is a bit weird sometimes. And if you like this video and you like what I'm doing here on the channel and you want to support the channel further, feel free to check out my Patreon. There'll be a link down below in the description box, and a link will pop up at the end of the video. And if you choose to donate, it is greatly appreciated. And a big shout out to my current patrons whose names you've been seeing in the background. Just wanted to say thank you for your support. It really does mean a lot. And please share this video around, it does help me out a fuck ton. And if you want to see more videos from me, please hit the subscribe button. I shall see you all in the next video. Have a good one, guys.